Hey there, Grace, Pastor Jeff. It is Friday. I'm a day late this week, and the reason for that is because it has been crazy busy this week. So, if you get a chance, I think it would be really good if you could let the pastoral staff know that you appreciate all their hard work, because Pastor Ben, Pastor Matt, Pastor James, Elisa have been going above and beyond this week, keeping everything going. I'm dressed this way, because I wanted to look good for the internet. No, it's because we've have a funeral this morning that I'm going to be speaking at, and so there's just so much going on. But that's good. It's good to feel like ministry is happening again, and wanted to give you a couple updates on some of the ways that ministry is starting to spool up again. This Sunday, and then the following couple Sundays, what we're going to do is continue the parking lot service live, but we're also going to be opening up the sanctuary for groups of 50 to watch the stream of the parking lot service indoors. So if you want to come and be a part of that, if you haven't been coming to the outdoors for weather concerns or too many people, but you came back in May and June when it was in the sanctuary, we want to make that available, and why not try to do both? We'll see how that goes. Now, in terms of, you might say, what are we going to do when the weather gets cold, Jeff? And I might say, well, I think we'll have to go indoors again and do live services that way. And then you might say, well, wait a minute, if we're still capped at 50, how do we do that? And I might say, well, how about 2 services? And then you might say, well, that sounds good, but I have a lot of kids. Are we going to do children's ministry? And I might say, well, we're going to experiment with a family venue where parents and kids can be together, like in the fellowship hall, similar to how they've been in the parking lot. And you might say, well, that sounds really good. And what times would those services be when that happens? And I would say maybe, probably 8:30 and 10, like we had originally scheduled before COVID hit. And you might say, well, that sounds really good. And then you might say, well, is this subject to change? And I might say, where have you been the last couple months? Of course it's subject to change. And you might say, well, when is this supposed to start? And I might say, hypothetically, how about mid-September? So that's a potential conversation we might have. You might want to file that away. Other great things to know about are, right now we're doing youth ministry every other week, which is a nice 14-day spread, and it's being outdoors, and that will likely continue into the fall indoors, but again, every other week, so that there's that good 14-day stretch. As far as children's ministry, we're not sure, because that operates on a different level of CDC guidelines than our regular worship gathering. So those are some of the things that are in the works. The one thing I wanted to encourage you all with this week is this. I don't know if you've noticed, but there's kind of a toxicity in our social conversation. I know, big surprise. I found myself getting inundated with political ads now that the election season is really starting up. And I just thought, there's so much outrage and there's so much negativity and toxicity, and even among Christians, and the enemy wants to weaponize that and really damage us and damage the church and damage our witness. And so I was thinking, how can I encourage you guys to fight back against that? And I realized, I think the answer is thanksgiving. I think if we can be a thankful people, it resets the way we think, it resets our attitudes, and it really sets kind of the pace of our perspective. And so my challenge to you guys today is this: find something to be thankful for. Even right now as you watch this, what are you thankful for? And take time to thank the Lord for that. And then as you go through your day, discipline your mind to say, I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful for that tree over there. I'm thankful for oxygen to breathe. I'm thankful for my endocrine system. I'm thankful for my family, for my loved ones, for things. If we are only worried about or focusing on the things that outrage us and not the things we're thankful for, our disposition's going to change. And if we're going to be about kingdom business and being about the work of the Lord and His kingdom, because He's King, we should take time to reflect on what a good King He is and what great stuff is available to us and in the kingdom where He's King. And so just want to encourage you guys with that. I hope you have a great weekend. We'd love to see you here on Sunday in the parking lot at 9 o'clock or in the sanctuary at 9 o'clock or on the YouTube page. And until we see you again, I'm Jeff.